Hello everyone, how you doing today? Starfarer Gamer here. Today, we're taking a look at the Expo Center for day 5, and today is MISC, or MISS, however you want to call it. Musashi Industrial Star something, I always forget what it is, but it's just MISS. And we're going to be taking a look at some of the coolest ships in the game, in my opinion, the most useful. So as we're looking here, we got the Razor LX, the Razor EX. Okay, those aren't useful. Those are just fun. But you can do some interesting things with them. You got the Prospector, very useful for mining. Starfarer Gemini, which will be useful for refueling, eventually. Reliant Core, Reliant Tana, Reliant Mako, Reliant Sen, and Freelancer MISC, Max, Dur, and regular Freelancer. And it looks like we're going to take a look at the holo viewer for the hull A and a hull C. So, turn off the chat here because it's distracting. My apologies. We'll start over on the left at the Prospector if you don't have one. This is literally the money printer of the game right now. I highly recommend for, honestly, anyone who wants to make money in the game to have a MISC Prospector, or a mole, or a rock. Something to mine, get ore, and sell, because it is the safest and easiest way to make money in the game right now. And on launch, it will also still be the safest and easiest way to make money in the game. Go out to an asteroid, mine said asteroid, sell what you get from the asteroid. Very profitable. Again, you can still get attacked, but if you get shot down and blown up, you claim your ship, and the only thing you lose is time. So really, it's an excellent purchase, great investment, and I really like the Prospector. I do not currently own a rock, though I'll probably buy one in game now that I have a Nomad, and I'll probably just put the rock in the back of the Nomad and go mine that way. And then we got the Starfarer. This is the Starfarer Gemini, so this is the military variant. You can tell that because of the rocket pods in the front here. And the rest of it is basically the same as regular Starfarer, just a little bit more armor and better weapon loadout. Very, very tough ship. Fun to fly, in my opinion. I've got a video on it. Check it out. I'll do claim jumpers in this ship solo because you've got 4 size 4 guns instead of 4 size 3s. So it's a lot of fun. And if you put someone up top, they got 2 size 5s. And then you got the other 2 turrets in the back with, I think, don't quote me on size 2 size 3s? Question mark? We'll take over here and we'll see the Razor series. Fun, fast ships. Good for racing. You can get the stealth variant over here and use it for combat. The others are just funsies funds. Let's take a look. I'm trying to remember, the Reliants are over this way. So let's head and take a look at the Reliants. Reliants are excellent starter ships, highly recommend. A friend of mine, Arsenic, swears by the Reliant. Me, personally, if I had to get something at that size, I'm probably going to go with the Nomad now. The Reliant will beat a Nomad on damage and fighting, but the Nomad can carry more. Everything has a trade-off, so let's see here. The amount of running we have to do in the next Expo Center. Here's the Reliant series. I get a huge, like, B-Wing feel from the Reliant series. You know, it lands like this flat, then it goes vertical, it kind of rotates around. That causes some issues right now. Hopefully they'll get those fixed up. They're really neat ships. You got a camera variant for kind of news reporting, etc. It's got some servers in the back on that one. You've got higher combat variants, base variants. You know, neat little ship. Fun to take a look. We'll pop into this one. I'm not going to get in the pilot seat because I've learned my lesson. No pilot seats at the Expo. And they're all kind of the same in the back. You got a little bit of cargo. This one you've got a bed. Your cockpit. Pretty neat. Great starter ships. Definitely recommend coming out, renting one, and taking it flying. Again, remember, before you buy anything that's currently flyable in game, rent it first. That's what this event is for. Come rent one of these lovely ships, try them out, and if you like... Here we go. For some reason my headset decided to turn off on its own, for reasons. Anyway, test them out, try them out, and then, if you still want to, then buy them. Right now this year all the ships are coming with 10 years worth of insurance, which frankly is the same as lifetime. If after 10 years you cannot, of playing this game, you can't afford the insurance for your ship, sir, you have problems. You need to learn to play. I mean, honestly, I can't say it any easier than that. So we'll make it around here to the Freelancers on the other side. Take a look at the back of the Starfarer. Not quite as impressive looking as the Reclaimer, but when refueling becomes a thing, this is where this ship will become truly useful. If you ever have a fleet flying around or an org and you really need to keep them going in exploration, you're going to need one of these to keep everybody fueled up and topped off. Now eventually, it was originally supposed to be able to scoop quantum fuel, but apparently it's not going to do that anymore. We're not quite sure, other than refueling, what the Starfarer is going to do in the future. So basically stay tuned for that. Hopefully we still end up with good use out of it. I would hate to see it become just a refueling ship. I hope it can also refine. And then here we have probably the most ubiquitous and, in my opinion, most useful ships in the entirety of the game. This would be the Freelancers. Freelancer Max, Freelancer MISC, Freelancer DUR, Freelancer Base. Excellent starter ships. Everyone had one of these Freelancer bases as a loaner for a while. I think those are going away. But like I said, all the Freelancers, like the DUR, I really enjoy it. It's going to be a great exploration ship, especially if you run solo. You got the Max, it's going to be great for running cargo. And then you've got the MISC, which is basically a missile boat. And they're all great ships, very durable, fun to fly. A lot of people hate the visibility on them, but you know what? Meh. I get used to it. If I can fly an airliner with limited visibility, you can fly a spaceship. Alright, and the last stop today is going to be underneath. We're going to take a look at the hull A and C. Hopefully we'll see one of those soon with the cargo deck coming out. Running. It's showing my microphone moving, so I have to assume my mic is working. I hope it's working. Hopefully I'm not going to watch the video later and find out that the video stopped working when the microphone turned off. I've been having this problem with the headset, it just randomly turns itself off. It's very frustrating. Down we go. Hollow viewer will be down on this side. Now, from what I understand, the whole C is basically done. They're just trying to figure out the collapsing and expanding concept and how to make it work. This is the hull A. Just kind of the smaller cargo carrier. And again, you're going to be carrying around basically, I believe it's about a cat size worth of cargo, and a very cheap ship. The hull A is very cheap. Let's see if it says how many SCU. Yeah. Jacks of all trades. Yep. I mean, again, just carry cargo. That's what she's for. Let's take a look at the real girl, though. I own one of these, and I can't wait for it. There's my baby. The whole C. Again, they're having a way, because you see how it kind of expands. So when it's done, when it's empty, it's just the ship. So you've got the back and the front, and kind of squish them together. But then it's going to expand out to carry all the cargo, which is a very, very large amount of cargo that this thing can carry. Obviously not as much as the whole D or E, but still a huge amount of cargo. And they're having a hard time with kind of figuring out the physics of it, the physics grids and all that. So I don't know when that's going to happen. Soon TM, but there's the whole C. Mostly done. I know Star Citizen Leaks had a video going through it, so if you look up Star Citizen Leaks hull C, they bring up the holo model and kind of fly through it. It is mostly done, so they just got to figure out this. I don't not envy whoever has to code that. It's going to be kind of hard. Basically, you got three, so you got the physics grid in the front, physics grid in the back, and then you've got the physics grid for this whole thing and how it's going to expand and collapse and adjust. And you know, that's going to be hard to do. And I don't know how the shields are going to work. I don't know if we're going to have to wait for the new shield tech to come online, because otherwise is all your cargo just outside of the shields. And if that's the case, then why wouldn't pirates just shoot the arms carrying the cargo and boom? They don't need to worry about taking you out. They just disconnect your cargo and pick it up later. So we'll have to see how this works out. I'll be very curious about it. And again, you want an escort if you're flying any of the Hull series. So I'll leave you guys with this view of the Hull C for the end of today's video. Very short tour, not much to look at. There's not a whole lot in development for MISC other than the Hull series, which we're waiting on them to figure out how to make the cargo work. Alright everyone, have a great day.